Hi Alias, it's Tom for Alliance Comics, Toys and Games. Got a box of books back from CGC. So let's take a look and see what we got this time. Should mostly be modern, I believe. And first we have a crossover book. This is Transformers Ghostbusters #1. It is kind of a low grade, but for a modern book. The customer asked me to send this off for him, so I did. He's a big fan. He really enjoys collecting graded comics, and he really likes to be able to display them this way and everything. So I usually send off, and I'm having more and more actually. I've got a few guys like that right now. So there should be a few of his books in here. It's my customer Jeremy. You might have seen him in the video where he and I raced to open cases. I opened a bunch of PGX cases before he could open one CBCS, that Jeremy. And here's another book for him. This one came back at 9.8. He should be pretty happy with that. That's a nice score. Great subject matter on the cover here. It's really cool with the Ghostbusters symbol there. It's not Ghostbuster, you know, that symbol, that red circle with a line through it. Yeah, it's really cool. So that'll look really good on this wall. If you've been following my videos, you know that I bought a bunch of multiple copies of this. So here's another one back. It's the first cameo appearance of Taskmaster. No, I'm sorry, this is the first. I have a bunch of those too. This is the first appearance of Scott Lang, the new Ant-Man. So it's pretty cool. 9.2. With what I've got, I'm already in the profit on these, and I didn't pay a whole lot for a bunch of books that I bought that I got multiple copies of a store that closed several years ago, and I've been slowly going through them and dealing with them. So at a 9.2, at a 181, you know, it's only going to be 50, 60 bucks. So, but this I'm happy with. Another 181, but in a 9.8. So this should be a $250 to $300 book. Real happy with that grade. So. Next we have an Umbrella Academy, #1. The Apocalypse Suite variant, or issue. It's not really a variant, I'm sorry. But anyway, it's #1, hot book. Season 2, I think, is slated to come out pretty soon, maybe in the spring. Who knows if it's even done shooting, so that might be delayed. Great show on Netflix. Pretty solid storyline. If you're looking for something new to read, I recommend it. I don't highly recommend it, but I recommend it. It's a good story. It's a good read. So if you're looking for something to read and you just can't find anything, it's worth reading. Here's an Alias #1, first appearance of Jessica Jones. This is just a great cover. I did think the grade was going to be a little higher. I wonder what happened with this one. I'll have to take a look, because I really thought I was, oh, there we go. Okay, I see it now. I missed out on the way there. That's actually pretty bad. So there's a little bit of like a wrinkle or crinkle in the cover back here that I can see now in the light. I do see a couple of ticks. So 9.4, that's fine. I mean, I was hoping for a little bit better grade, but I don't have a whole bunch into it. You know, I want to stop and talk for a second about getting things graded, because I've had people ask me about it and why I do it so much. Okay, so I bought this collection, this particular collection this came out of, and the person was moving. They had over 10,000 comics. They shot me a very reasonable price. It's a lot to deal with. It's a lot to go through and everything, but I paid them the price they were asking for, and they don't have a lot in each individual book. So if I were to put this up on eBay, at near mint, or probably would put very fine near mint, especially with the ticks and stuff, just because you get so many picky people that you tend to grade lower just because you don't want the blowback on eBay. So by me getting this graded, or like this book graded in particular, the Umbrella Academy #1, these both came from the same collection. By getting this book rated, I'm in this very little money. If it came back at 9.4 like this one did and took it down to $50, you know, I wouldn't be, I wouldn't get the amount of money. It cost me about, I figured it out, and it cost me about $22 a book with my discount and shipping and everything per book is what the average price tends to be. If I didn't get this graded, I would be lucky to get, let's say, $50 for it. Now I'm going to get over 100 for this book, and I'm, you know, minus that 22, if I get $100, I'm up $23, you know, compared to the 50 I would get if it's raw. Some people say it's not worth the aggravation and everything, and the misses and the time spent and blah, blah, blah. But I find that it is. Because this book, I would have trouble, and this is going to be around a $50 book, so I'm going to net profit right around $27, right? So you're like, well, that's not very much. After you put that in, how much would you get? I'd only get like $10 if I put this on eBay, very fine near mint. So by getting books graded, it takes the arguing and the debate and everything out of it. And if you have very little money in it, then you go there. Now, if I had $10 in that book, then it's starting to get to the point where the cost doesn't outweigh it. But when these books that I'm either in the profit and didn't pay a whole bunch for in the very beginning, or ones that I didn't pay very much from the very beginning, and I've already recouped my money on, it makes total sense. So that's why I do it more often than other dealers and people who do it. And then, like I said too, I'm getting known, or you know, in the St. Louis area, it's a guy who's got a bunch of graded comics, and I'm having more and more customers who are looking for graded comics, who want their stuff graded or want to be able to buy them. So it's working out for me. Here's another one I had graded for Jeremy. This is a German variant. Him and his family are from Germany. And he gets, you know, he's had books for me to send off that he actually got in Germany or were given to him by German relatives. And like I was just talking about, he's a big fan of grading, so I went ahead and sent this off for him. 9.6, I think he's going to be thrilled. When he brought this in to me, I recommended against doing it, and looking at it, there's a pretty good ding there. There's a tick there that breaks color. There's a tick there that breaks color. There's a tick there that breaks color. So I'm surprised this is a 9.6. If you saw this in person, you would too. So he should be thrilled with that. He really should. It's a nice looking book with Spidey, Gambit, and the Black Cat. Here's some of the Invincible books I've been getting back. Here's number 9 in the 9.8 that came out of the collection that I was talking about earlier. These early Robert Kirkman books are they do pretty well in a high grade, so I'm happy with that. I mean, pretty well. I mean, 100 to 125 bucks. So here's another Invincible, number 2. Now this one should bring a pretty nice price. First appearance of Robert, Rexplode, Adam and Eve. I should really read this story because it's really popular, and I've never really gotten into Invincible. I've never read it, but you know, with that many first appearances and everything, this is probably $350 in a 9.8. So real happy with that. That might be the home run in the box. Here's a Darth Vader number 3. This is first appearance of Dr. Aphra. This is the variant edition cover. Again, a little bummed at this grade, but even at a 9.4, I'm still going to do okay. These black covers, there's a couple rubs there. I really wasn't expecting a 9.8. 9.4 is fine. I mean, that's really what I should be looking for. Another great cover though, the wind blowing Vader's cape over in this direction, and a throwback to the Bespin scene between Luke and Vader. So, cool cover, decent grade, especially for the condition it's in, and I should do okay on price. And last but not least, oh, now this one, I am really surprised at the grade. This is the Elsword 80-page giant #1. This book was recalled because there's a story in here about baby Superman, and he's being babysat by a regular teenager, and baby Superman's getting into all kinds of mischief, and he somehow gets himself in a microwave and turns it on himself. The babysitter didn't turn it on, he turned it on himself, somehow being inside of it. And there was a big controversy to that. People thought, oh my God, if a kid sees that, he might try to put himself in a microwave and turn it on. So they recalled it. Really hard to come by, and I'm really, really, really happy with this grade. I can see some ticks here, and I really expected this to be 9.2 in that era, you know, in that range. So to get this back at a 9.4, I'm really happy with that. This should be also a pretty good price, $300 around there. So, you know, this one I got from a customer. I traded him a first appearance of Gambit. I think it was probably about a 9.4 or 9.2 for this book. And when I saw these ticks and was taking a closer look after we completed the deal, I was a little worried that I might have made a poor deal, but at a 9.6, I'm real happy. You know, if you look this up on eBay, you can't hardly find this book in any grade, and to find it at, you know, at a 9.6, I'm happy. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you watching. If you're interested in any of these books or some of these other books that came out of the collection, follow me on Facebook or Instagram at Alliance Comics, Toys, and Games. I'm selling complete runs, sets, raw books, all kinds of different things from this large collection that I purchased on there, plus other stuff as well, toys, games, you know, the same kind of stuff we sell in the store here. So please follow me there. Please like and comment. It helps get the word out for my YouTube channel and helps me to keep growing and expanding. And I'm going to be doing a giveaway very soon. I'm not exactly sure which book I'm going to pull, if it's going to be modern or vintage or, you know, Silver Age or gold or what, but I'm going to pull something. If you like to comment and tell me the kind of stuff that you're looking for the giveaway, I'll be happy to do that. It's going to probably be in the $100 range for the first one. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to work yet, but probably the next video, I'll have a book ready to give away and I'll have the particulars on it. So if you're looking for something for modern or Marvel or, you know, whatever, give me an idea and I might pull it and put it up there, and we'll figure out how we're going to give it away, whether it's going to be a raffle or what exactly. So, all right, guys, thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you later.